I don't feel so good. Yes, you read that right, guys. I drank way too much last night. And let me tell you what happened to me, and then I'll tell you some things you can do if you decide to go out and have a couple drinks, whatever. So it's been a long time since I drank, a really long time, probably about 3 or 4 years. 4 years since I was like really drunk. I wouldn't even say drunk, but last time I had more than a few alcoholic beverages. So I don't do it often. It rarely ever happens, but the other day I've been so busy with work, running between clients, trying to keep up with, this and the gym and everything else. So I decided to have a few drinks one night, and basically the gist of it was I ate pretty decent that day. I still tracked my macros somewhat, and I didn't go to the gym, but I did do some cardio. I did do high intensity. I was playing basketball, so I was still, working on my fitness, and I was still burning calories and stuff, and it wasn't until after all of that happened that I decided that I was going to drink. Probably had, if you guys are going to drink alcohol and bodybuild or go to the gym, it's awful for recovery. I woke up, I felt like I got hit by a train, and I laid in bed for like an hour when I woke up. Just laid there for a straight hour. My stomach didn't feel well. My body did not like me at all. It's kind of saying, you haven't done this for 3 or 4 years, and all of a sudden you go out and get sloppy one night, and, this is what's going to happen. So I knew that was going to happen, and I tried to prepare myself for it by drinking water before bed and things like that. But I still felt, it wasn't really, I didn't have a headache or anything like that, but it was just my stomach was upset. I didn't eat too bad that day, so it definitely wasn't anything I ate. And I had kind of a slow start to the morning, but I went all day basically, and I still went to the gym the next day. So if you guys are gonna, go to the gym and drink alcohol, you can't do it. You got to do it in moderation. You can't do it all the time, because most of those alcoholic beverages contain, especially things like cider and fruity drinks and beer and things like that, contain calories, and unless you're tracking, which this is another thing you could do if you are drinking from like by the bottle, like say you're drinking a Angry Orchard, they do have the calories listed on the back. I think it's, depending on which one you get, it's like 20 grams of carbs per bottle. So, by all means, if you're tracking calories and you're counting your carbs, you can throw those into the mix. It's just mostly sugar, so you kind of got to watch out on that. But if you're not tracking your booze, or you're not tracking your calories or anything, just make sure that if you guys are gonna go out, make sure that you, one, get all your stuff done before you go. Go to the gym, eat all your good foods, get that all out of the way, especially if you know you're going to get shitty the night of. And I always recommend doing something on that day, even if it's not going to the gym and lifting, as long, get out and do some cardio, go play tennis, go play basketball, go do some sprints, whatever. Just do something to kind of get it moving that day. I don't recommend really heavy training, because I mean, I was 2 days out from a back workout, and my back was absolutely killing me all day. So it did nothing for recovery, obviously. Drinking alcohol doesn't help you, and it kind of throws you in a slump. But if you can hop right back on the horse and get right back into it, then that's awesome. That's what I did. And if you're falling into the category where you're doing it, every so often, and it turns into, a few days a week, and then you're doing it, every night, it's going to be hard to live the lifestyle that you want, the fit, the healthy lifestyle, when you're drinking every night or going out every weekend. Like I said, moderation. We all have lives to live. Yes. No, everything can't be perfect, and things are going to happen. And if you're going to have a drink, then just make sure that, you're smart about it. If you're tracking the calories, and track the calories in the bottle. Or, like I said, do some kind of exercise. Get all your meals straight first. Unless you're dieting really, really hard for a show, you can drink and still make gains and lose weight and gain weight. And, you could still do that by drinking alcohol. But if you're dieting real hard, you're dieting for a show, then probably alcohol is probably not even in your mind right now, because you're set, you're focused on the stage and all that. Everybody else, moderation, and just, keep the lifestyle active and keep things going. And the next day, try not to fall into a slump and just get right back at it. Have your usual breakfast, go to the gym, and get right back into the regular routine, so that way it doesn't kind of put you in that slump. I don't want everybody to look at this video and be like, oh, we can drink every night and, go to the gym and still make gains. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you got to be smart about it. You got to be aware of the situations you're putting yourself into. If you know that you can't drink, then don't even put yourself in a situation to go. But if you are planning on drinking and you have time to prepare for it, this is what I'm talking about. The preparation before you drink. It doesn't really matter as long as you're getting what you need to do done. And if you have room left over after, or if you know that the alcohol is going to be the end of your night and you're not going to drink any more water or do anything like that, have any more calories, eat any more food, if that's just going to be the end of your night, definitely recommend drinking at least a bottle before bed. I know I usually stop drinking my water a couple hours, try to, or wean down on it as the night goes on, because you don't want to be up all night going to the bathroom, obviously. But in a sense, you've been drinking all night and you're still in that state where you kind of know what's going on, but you don't really care. Grab some water before you pass out, because it's going to save you in the long run. And then in the morning, obviously, more water, electrolytes, Powerade, and your choice of medication, and get right back on it, guys, because the nights out are definitely not worth the nights wasting the nights you spend in the gym away, because you can't recover properly. And if you fall into a lifestyle where you kind of go away from the gym and you kind of lean more towards that, and a lifestyle of partying and doing all that stuff, it's really fucking hot in this car. Holy shit. And definitely have a good breakfast the morning after too. Definitely have a good breakfast. Just wanted to share that tidbit with you guys. It happened to me. It's not the end of the world. You can still do stuff and have fun. Not that I do it all the time, but you can still do stuff like that to wind down, or whatever, your reason may be, and still pursue this lifestyle. It doesn't have to be one or the other. More people need to get that. But if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.